Now I can sacrifice the queen with rook take bishop. Let's just sack the queen. Today I'm going to play against Magnus Carlsen. Yes, you heard correct. Magnus Carlsen. But he lose his queen. Let's see, can I beat him? Or am I still going to lose down the queen? I'm going to play as a black pieces because we are just up a queen, so why not? Let's just start the game. Oh, he played knight to c3. Let's just develop the pawn. And he e3 is just good. Let's develop the knight. And I have just simple idea in my mind while playing is just to trade every piece and win the game. So he just attacked my bishop. I'm good. I'm happy to give up this and let's just come back and now let's just develop the bishop, win the game. Let's just trade this as well. I'm going to develop the knight in the next move. Okay, this is completely normal move. Let's just develop the knight to in front of our queen. Okay, he is giving me a pawn, but I don't want to take. Now I can just go knight to. I think knight d4 is good because it threatened to fork the rook. What he's going to play, he can just play. I think bishop to c3, bishop c1, both are good. But he can also just protect the pawn with the rook. What he's going to play, I think if he pushes, it's just a fork. So he have to move the bishop or the rook. Yes, of course, of the rook. Let's just protect this knight with our second knight. And what I have in my mind is just to win this game, not blundering anything. So Magnus, I think, is not going to kick the knight. I think so. Yeah, he take the pawn first. I'm going to take with the knight with the pawn. I think I'm taking with the pawn. That makes sense. And now he just pushed the g4. I think it is also I can sacrifice. I have this also in mind, but I don't see any follow up. That's why let's just go this g5 and knight our knight in danger. Let's just knight to this. I did as pawn take, and now bishop to g4 is kind of good move, covering a long diagonal. But I'm just going to attack the pawn. I can take it with a knight literally, and it's completely free. I didn't see any trap in that. Let's take the okay bishop attack. Let's just we can come back, but I think going back with the knight on the same spot is not good. Let's go. I think knight g6 is good, and what I have in my mind is to just trade. But we have to trade both knight for the both bishop and then rooks. He played the king to h1. I didn't understand why. What's the idea? But I think he just want to put the rook on g8 or g1. I don't know. Maybe he's why he's not attacking the knight is also okay. Now he's attacking the knight, and I think I'm going to just attack the rook. That's what I think. Oh, rook move. And we can just come back to attack the bishop, by the way. It is completely normal. And rook attack the bishop. And now queen infiltrate. Now I can sacrifice the queen with rook take bishop. That is good. I can do. I can try this. Let's just sack the queen with rook take bishop. And when rook take the queen, we can take the rook uh, with a check. Like so I think it's completely good for it is what it is. I'm still winning. I think so. It's not losing. Yep, I think rook take. We take the rook with a check and just attack the with the knight. I think attack with the knight is good. Now knight to this is oh he pins my knight to the rook. That's why I just missed. Let's just introduce second rook and he attacked that rook as well. I let's just I think moving the rook is going to lose the knight. So we can do what is h5 after pawn take. We have a oh he attacks my pawn. Let's just play to I think a5 is makes sense just to protect the pawn. I don't want to give him too much pawn because if we get he is going to crush me in the end game because he is a end game master. But I don't want to give him. Okay, rook go back to e4. I think that just they just, I think, offer a rook trade. Oh, he declines. Let's just attack the rooks. Okay, this is also completely good. What I can do is just attack the bishop. That's also I have in my mind. I think let's just push the pawn to h5, attacking the bishop. Okay, bishop move. And now I just want to trade. How we going to trade the pieces? Let's just go here. Maybe that's how we can do something. Now, what you're going to play, Magnus? You have no too much moves. You didn't have too much moves. You have some moves now. Oh, he trade. Now I'm going to take with the rook. It's a check. And when king attack the knight, I'm just going back. Oh, you can sacrifice as well. It's just, and now if my rooks are too close to the king, we can move. We can take the free pawns. Let's just collect the pawns and win the game. And that's all I have in my mind is just to collect pawns, win the game, nothing else. And I think Magnus is also now think he's going to lose. He have the rook only. So now what I have is just to somehow trade that rook. Now we can just go here to protect the. Oh, he just moved the rook. That is also completely good. Now let's just move, check the king, and now come to the. I think this is also good. We can ladder checkmate there, but we have the pawn. That's why what I have. Oh, Magnus is threatening mating one. If you blunder that, and now the pawn is hanging. Now I can check two ways. Rook to b6 check and rook to. I think rook f4 check is also makes sense. When king move, I'm going to just back to my position. That's why I have in my mind. I think let's just move. Magnus, are you going to move the king or not? What do you have? What do you have? Yep. I'm just going back to. Yep. b4. Oh, he just go back to the c1. Let's just put the rook behind the pawn and push the pawn and just save our rook and push the pawn and offer a rook trade. He sacrificed the rook. It is completely normal, but let's just come back and check, 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 win the game. That's all I have in my mind. And put the rooks here so the king is unreachable to our. Take it. Okay, now just checkmate GG. Magnus lose down the queen, but it is just to Magnus lose because he have no queen. And I'm feeling very happy for winning this, even though I have the extra queen, but I beat Magnus Carlsen. Now I'm going to have a good sleep. Yep, that is true. I'm going to have a good sleep. It is what it is.